Hey guys, it's me, Knuckles Productions 360 in the flesh. Yes, it's me, Knuckles Productions 360. So anyway, today I'm going to be doing a first episode, part of my new series. It's called Knuckles Looks At, where I look at different forms of media and video games and TV shows. And basically anything, and even games as well. So I thought I'd start this off with a good old classic, Italian boy himself, with my favourite Mario game of all time. Super Mario Galaxy for the Nintendo Wii.
Super Mario Galaxy. You and I have a very interesting history. Not only was it the first 3D Mario game I have ever played, but it was also the first Mario game that spawned my love for the franchise. Now, 11 years later, after Super Mario Galaxy was released, will it bring the nostalgia back to me? Or will it be lost in space? Well, let's first of all start with the story, shall we? Every 100 years, a comet appears in the sky above the Mushroom Kingdom, and that was the night of the Star Festival, held every once 100 years to celebrate the comet. Mario gets a letter from Peach saying to come to the Star Festival because there is something she wants to give him. We never find out what that is. It's probably cake. I'm sure it's cake. Mario arrives at the Star Festival, but Bowser crashes the party and takes Peach and her entire castle with her into space. I guess Bowser got tired of stealing the princess after all this time, so he just decided to take her castle with her instead. Mario then gets separated from Peach and wakes up on a planet, where he meets a baby Luna, who takes him to see Rosalina, the protector of the cosmos, and her home, the observatory, has lost its power of the Grand Stars and Power Stars, which Bowser stole. She asks Mario to help her get the Power Stars and Grand Stars back so they can go to the center of the universe and save Peach and defeat Bowser. And so, yeah, that's the story, really. It's a little bit more cinematic than other Mario games, but still pretty good. I mean, sure, it is still, the whole Mario saving the princess, all stuff we're getting tired of by now. It's the reason why I actually like Sonic games, but hey, it's still Super Mario, am I right? Anyway, the only thing I have a complaint about, well, two complaints. Number one is the UFO that Bowser uses. Like, the opening cutscene, that's it really with how it used. There's no boss fight for it. I really wish there was a boss fight because it does nothing in the story. Well, aside from that one thing at the beginning, and Rosalina's story kind of part. I mean, it was alright, but it just doesn't really make sense. You know what I mean, guys? Anyway, aside from that, let's talk about the gameplay then. Well, the gameplay itself is really good. You use the joystick to control Mario on the nunchuck. To move Mario, you press it forward, and returning from past games are, the moves from before are the long jump from 64, the 3 jump, as well as this new ability called the spin attack. Well, I kind of call it spin attack. Surprisingly, no breakdancing, Mario. No breakdancing. My favourite thing to do in Super Mario 64 was to just breakdance whenever I was around. Yeah. So this spin attack is pretty awesome. Mario's turning it on Crash Bandicoot on us all, apparently. The spin attack is fun to use. It can also be used for platforming and for fighting bad guys. Now, as for the galaxies themselves, they are creative, and I would like to see some return in later games, but there are some, and I say some, that reuse all the same levels just with a different colour change. It's just a bit lazy. Anyway, each dome, which there's 6 of them, you fight Bowser or Bowser Jr. Speaking of which, let's talk about the bosses. The bosses are great. There's too many to count. Some can be good, some can be annoying, and some could just be frustrating. But, yeah. All the stars in total, there's over 120 stars. But since some galaxies can be a little bit repetitive, I'm looking at you, bomb throwing. This part is absolutely terrible. I would not recommend this. It is so bad. It took me 43 tries. Yeah, I counted 43. But yeah, I chose not to 100% Super Mario Galaxy, which is a bit of a shame. But hey, if you get 100%, you can play as everyone's favorite Luigi. So Luigi fans can finally play as Luigi. I mean, he's a bit faster than Mario. He can jump higher, but he's a bit slippery. Alright, now let's talk about the most annoying thing about this game. The power-ups. Now, before I get into the new ones, let's talk about the returning power-ups. The returning ones, we have the Fire Flower, the Ice Mario, the Ice Flower, and Star Mario, or as this case calls it, Rainbow Mario. Seriously, I wanted that to be called it from now on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let me just say, who the hell's idea was it to give the timer on a Fire Flower? Why would you do this? I mean, it's annoying. It's not only for the Fire Flower, but the Ice Flower and the Rainbow one. Well, at least in other games you had a timer on, well, but at least in other games you didn't have a timer on the Fire Flower. And yeah, if you're wondering, Rainbow Mario is just the same. They don't last for very long and it gets really annoying just going back and forth to get it. Whose idea was it? Nintendo, fire the person who ever came up with that idea. Anyway, now on to the new power-ups. We have a total of 4 new power-ups. Yeah, I know. No Yoshi, apparently. Surprisingly enough. I guess Nintendo wanted to save him for the sequel? Well, anyway, surprisingly, yeah, I mean, these power-ups are just, they're alright. There's B Mario, yes, B Mario. Why a B? Did Nintendo really like B movie?
You like jazz?
Mario is my favourite. It's fun to use, especially when boos that are nearby you, they fall in love. Oh, and did I mention that it's hilarious when Luigi, you can also scare Luigi with it? Am I the only one who finds it really funny? However, it does disappear when you go towards the light, so watch out. And then there's Spring Mario. Hard word to describe it. It's terrible. It's very hard to control, and it's always hopping. You have to be very careful with it, and it gets really annoying, so you might lose a few lives. But you don't use this one as much. Now onto the last power-up. And then there's this one. Oh, you thought that Spring Mario was the worst. Nope. Red Star Mario. The last power-up. And the most useless out of all of the power-ups in Mario history. Seriously. You only use it for one galaxy, and you would think you get to use it in, galaxies and all. Let me just tell you, a big, fat no. The only really thing you can use it for is in the hub world. I mean, sure, it is fun to move around and it is quicker, but it sometimes can be really hard to control. And again, this game has a fetish for time, and it doesn't last for very long. Such a wasted potential for a power-up. Anyway, now on to the soundtrack. This freaking soundtrack, this is just incredible. Holy crap, I'm being honest here. It's awesome. The orchestra is amazing. The sound is incredible. It's so big. It's such a shame that it's $100, but I can still listen it onto YouTube. So anyway, yay me. Overall, Super Mario Galaxy to this day is still my favourite Mario game. It's got a nice set of music, nice levels, and power-ups. Sure, the power-ups might need some work and some other stuff, But if you're a big Mario fan like me, I highly recommend it. You probably already have it by the time you're watching this video. And I also want to say thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day. I give it a 9.8 out of 10. Alright, guys, I'm going to be doing a little shout out here. So the shout out I'm giving is to Blue Knight of Chaos ZZE. He's a fantastic YouTuber. I truly recommend watching his videos. They're fantastic. He does great custom videos. I think he's going to do a Minecraft's Creeper and Cactus custom. I'm not too sure. But he's just brilliant. He's an amazing customer. He does a lot of great stuff. So go check out his channel. Link is in the description down below. So I'm Knuckles Productions 360. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye guys.